Welcome back to the program. There is a new way for people to learn about the spirit of Tulsa's Black Wall Street. Trey Thaxton is the founder of Greenwood Ave. His company just launched a new magazine. This magazine is dedicated to shining a light on Black entrepreneurship. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you.
A lot of people will remember that you came on the show to talk about your video series.
Yes.
And that's still going strong?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So what prompted this?
Yeah, so the magazine is something we've been talking about for the past couple of years, and we just felt it was really time to put it out there. For the people who might not interact with our merch or the video, this is a way for them to have a tangible piece. And again, I went to high school in Tulsa. I went to college here in Oklahoma, and for me, this is really celebration and inspiration. As a believer, I know that I hear a lot about the massacre, but for me as a believer, there's more power in the story of the resurrection than there is in the death. So for me, this is really about celebrating the resurrection of what happened, and also inspiring the next generation of makers and doers that are rising up.
What's so cool about this too is you make the statement that Greenwood Ave is global.
Yes.
Explain that.
Yeah, so Greenwood Ave is everywhere. Obviously, it was based here in Tulsa, but again, everything in the world is energy, right? So whenever those physical buildings were burned down in 1921, they didn't kill Greenwood. The energy just got dispersed differently, so now that lives in Black entrepreneurs all over the world. So in this magazine, we get to tell stories of people who are overcoming their obstacles and creating things and realizing their dreams and visions everywhere. And
then the connection back here to Tulsa.
Exactly.
So if you go through this one, I mean, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous magazine. I mean, slick is the word I would use, but
team effort.
It really is. It's beautiful things. But the thing that's cool about this is you kind of take universal topics and kind of streamline them to say, hey, okay, so this is what's happening in LA or in London, and then you tie it back into Tulsa. Explain how you kind of did that.
100%, yeah. So again, with the theme Greenwood Ave is everywhere, it's really about the mindset, the vision, the passion that is overcoming any obstacle, and that can be in any arena, in the food industry and the film industry. So with this magazine, we're able to tell the story of Quentin Vinny from Baltimore, where he created a company called Equity. He started it because his son had ADHD, and he didn't want him to be on medication, so he created his own tea out of his home, and now he's on in Oprah's magazine. He's been on Goop. His company's going worldwide. Cedric Mitchell, who actually is from Tulsa, who lives in LA now, he was in music, and he was about to go to jail, and the judge gave him an ultimatum. He can take this glassblowing class or he can go to prison. So obviously he picked glassblowing, but now he's using that to keep himself out of trouble, teaching young kids how to keep themselves out of trouble. And it's really just, again, taking what God's given to you and creating that to make a new life for yourself.
When you approach these subjects for the magazine, what kind of response do you get?
The response is always, yes. Where you been at? How can I be a part? It's amazing, like how the story of Greenwood just resonates with so many people outside of Tulsa. So it's kind of an easy win when people hear it's like, yes, I want to be a part. I think the power of what we have here in Tulsa is everybody wants to be a part or have something to do with Black Wall Street or Greenwood, because again, it's not just the 40 blocks that's in North Tulsa. It really is. It lives in all of us all across the globe. So
I guess the mission is you want to get this in the hands of as many people as possible.
100%, 100%.
So how can people do that?
Yeah, so people can subscribe at our website, greenwoodave.com. We currently have about 5 or 6 places here in town that you can get it. At Mother Road Market at our pop-up in 1921, Fulton Street Books and Coffee, Anthracite, 473, soon to be Silhouette. Those are just some of the few places you can get it. You can also pick it up at Greenwood Rising as well.
So this is going to be a quarterly magazine. Kind of give us an idea of what we can expect throughout the year.
Yeah, so every quarter one will be what we call an everywhere edition. So similar to the first one, we'll tell stories of people all over the world, and then each one after that will be industry specific. So our next one's going to be about Black chefs and about food entrepreneurs and how they're overcoming and using their gifts to share. We'll have some recipes in there.
That is going to be an awesome issue. Okay.
Quarter 3 will be all about tech. Quarter 4 will be all about Black artists, and then in the future we'll do things about sports related, Black agriculture, Black hair. They're just a multitude of different things, and hopefully this will go on for the end of time. So we'll hit them all.
You mentioned it's a team effort.
Yes.
Who all is involved in this project?
So this is a product of our main company, Gold Mill, and we build brands that uplift, inspire, and shine. So part of our Gold Mill team is Sam, Taylor, Ethan, Rochelle, and Ashley, doing an amazing job of putting all these things together. So Greenwood Ave is just one of the many things that we're working on.
I felt like we needed to get all those names in there because when you see this magazine, I mean, it's thick and it's beautiful. So you guys came up with this idea last...
It's been a couple years. We've been wanting to do it, and honestly, in my mind, I'm giving too much right now, but there's Greenwood Ave is a whole network. So we have the merch already, we have the video series, the magazine's the next component, and probably in 2024 we'll launch a podcast. But we have more video series and things we want to start to create. But this is, again, just a tangible way to give people a way to interact with the brand. And again, there's just so much light and inspiration I think people can gain out of this.
Right.
Not just Black entrepreneurs, but anyone who wants to overcome or be inspired. That's really what this is for. I heard Dr. Miles Monroe say this a long time ago, that the richest place in the world is the graveyard. So for me, I've learned that my purpose as an entrepreneur is to really pull that out of people. So while we're alive, while you're breathing, whatever you put your hands to, like, do it to all your might and really get these ideas out of your head and into the world, because we're all needing it. Somebody else's purpose is dependent on us.
Right,
so.
and you have no idea who out there you can impact. Yeah,
100%.
Or even if it's just planting a seed.
Yes.
All right, love your energy, love to have you around. The magazine launch actually is going to be coming up January 21st, happening at the Black Wall Street Times from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. We'll put all that information and a link to Trey's website at our website, newson6.com. Where are the tissues? I swear, every time you come on, I'm like, I love this kid. He's amazing. 9:21. We're going to take a break. Come back again. All right, still ahead here. High school students in Broken Arrow have written, directed, and will be starring in an original play. We'll take you there live with a look at how they brought the show to life, and then you will be able to see it. Plus, the Mega Millions continues to climb. We've got the latest on the $1 billion prize.